Hello guys, welcome to our channel. How are you? I hope you are doing good. Today, I'll be telling you about the crazy behind the scenes secrets from Titanic, the most loved film of all time. Titanic is one of the biggest box office hits of all time. But you won't believe all the crazy stuff that happened while making it. Sink or swim. While history looks back on James Cameron's towering epic film Titanic as one of the greatest box office hits of all time, there were many times where its success was less than certain. The production of the deeply ambitious big budget spectacle was fraught with peril, and we aren't talking about the icebergs in the fog. Ballooning expenses, dangerous scenes, confounding decisions, and a whole lot of risk taking could have sent the movie straight to the bottom of the cinematic seas. It's hard to believe now that everything from Leonardo DiCaprio's casting to Celine Dion's award-winning song almost didn't happen. But this was a voyage almost as dangerous in many ways as the real Titanic's Atlantic crossing. It's amazing how many calamities the production survived, keeping Cameron's unforgettable vision intact. Just as with the legendary ship, the movie was bigger than anything that came before it. Captained by an uncompromising director who pushed full steam ahead into some treacherous waters. But this boat definitely stayed afloat. Just wait till you see what it had to navigate through before safely harboring at the port of cinematic history. Number 1. Stairway to Harrowing. Hey, we took the lens caps off the camera, right? Filming giant scenes of epic destruction can be one of the most unnerving moments in director's career. When blowing up buildings or crashing cars, there's often one chance to get things right, as you won't be unexploding buildings after the scene is over. For Titanic, the scenes where the water comes crashing into the grand staircase room was one such moment, recreating it precisely at great expense. Having designed it to break apart in a very specific way, Cameron had one chance to get it right because the whole set would be thrashed in the take. Obviously, the scene worked out great. Cameron's experience from Terminator 2 when the Cyberdyne building get blown up may have helped him work that one out. Number 2. James Cameron visited the actual sunken Titanic. That adds up to the days and days of living over a mile deep under the sea. We may as well have started singing that song from The Little Mermaid. The experience was highly inspirational and led to a perfectionist approach in every aspect of creating the final film, which audiences totally felt on the screen. Number 3. Leo needed a stunt hand for the drawing scene. The hand we see in the scene belongs to none other than James Cameron, who is an accomplished illustrator. Okay, so they used a stunt hand. So what? Trouble was, Leo is a righty and Jimmy is a lefty. So maintain the illusion that it was Jack drawing, the team had to mirror image the shots. Post-production, maintaining the consistency of the character's dexterous orientation. Talk about camera tricks. Number 4. The ship sinks in real time. Speaking of James Cameron's perfectionism, here's a crazy fact that defies belief, but it's real. 2 hours and 40 minutes of the 3-hour epic take place during the entirety of the event which sunk the Titanic. From that iceberg collision to the last gasp of ship's hull fading beneath the waves, that 240 was 100% accurate. That means that in real life it took that long for that boat to go down. On screen, the audience feels that event in the real time that it happened. Yeah, it was that quick and you're living what the doomed passenger did while you watch. Making that happen is no small feat. Amidst all the logistics of shooting such a complex film, the editing, the fights with producers, Cameron recreated the real thing down to the second. That's beyond amazing. Number 5. Sinking some serious money. At $200 million, it was easily the most expensive movie ever made when it came out. Today, with ballooning budgets for everything from Justice League to Pirates of Caribbean and Stranger Tides, such sum seems almost quaint. But check it out, the movie Titanic cost more than the actual ship. Adjusting for inflation to $1997, the boat was constructed at the cost of about $150 million, or about 3/4 of what the film cost. At this time, we don't have comparables for iceberg cost. Number 6. Kate Winslet refused to wear a wetsuit. Unlike virtual every other member of the cast, Winslet refused to wear a wetsuit as per the production's request. Of course, people sitting in cold water for hours on end should wear a nice, insulating wetsuit. To stay warm. Well, Winslet refused and then got pneumonia and almost quit the movie after, but Cameron convinced her to stay. Look, we all appreciate method acting. The dedicated actress wanted to really use that miserable waterlogged feeling to play her character. A gentle suggestion: use sense memory techniques next time and save your health. Number 6. The cast didn't get bathroom breaks. Yes, at one time or another, most likely in our childhood, we had peed in the pool. And we are ashamed. At some point in adulthood, we finally take matters into our own hands and act like civilized humans. Get out of the pool and relieve ourselves in the bathroom like proper people. But on the set of Titanic, things in the water got suddenly warmer, a lot. James Cameron was under such pressure to stay on schedule during the filming of the lifeboat scenes. He threatened to fire any actor taking a bathroom break. So what could they do? Pee in the tank? Yes, even Kate Winslet said she did. Could that be why she wanted to skip the wetsuit? Winslet's injuries. It is very obvious to anyone watching the Titanic that those actors' roles were very physically demanding. Along with professional stunt people falling from great heights to extras getting battered around the millions of gallons of water, those actors really took a beating. And Kate Winslet was no exception. All the scenes where the boat is falling apart, knocking her this way, and that resulted in a whole pile of injuries. There came a point during filming that she got so banged up, makeup artists used actual brushes as photo reference to maintain continuity for her look in the film. Not only that, she chipped a bone in her elbow during one day's shooting. We have all heard of how actors are supposed to use their pain in these scenes, but this is ridiculous. Celine wasn't the first choice. When Cameron first envisioned the soundtrack to this epic film, it was his dream to have none other than famous Irish diva Enya compose the music for the movie. In his mind, the Emerald Isle native had that bit of magic that would bring an extra sonic level to the project. Unfortunately, the talented chantress turned the director down. Cameron then turned to his musical collaborator on Alien, James Horner. Despite the fact that the two had fought tooth and nail on the previous xenomorphic outing, Horner cranked out what has remained the biggest selling soundtrack in movie history. Imagine no Celine Dion song. What would have been the Enya version sounded like? One can only guess, but it probably wouldn't have been Sink Away, Sink Away, Sink Away. Planet Ice. So how did James Cameron hide the fact that he was filming Titanic off the coast of Nova Scotia when shooting footage of icebergs? By using the fake title Planet Ice, which is a perfect decoy for a director known mostly for making science fiction movies. Cool move, Mr. Cameron. So guys, do you like this content? If yes, then please comment below. Hit the like button and don't forget to hit subscribe button for more such interesting stories. Also press bell icon for notification. Thank you.